I feel like nowadays there are so many expectations and paths in life that we are forced to follow. Like, sure, we can choose our own path and have the freedom to do so, but it still feels like no matter how hard you try, someone always has a say in what you do. And looking back on my own personal experiences, going from high school to college, the expectation was that once you finish high school, you go off and start college. And I'm sure a lot of people watching this video are, maybe just finishing high school or just finished up their first semester of college. Like when my parents were my age, what college were you going to wasn't, a top five question people asked. It was usually along the lines of, what do you want to do now? Who do you want to be? And like all I remember is people asking me what college I wanted to go to, what major I chose, what scholarships I applied for, what scholarships did I earn, am I joining a fraternity, any clubs, like what? Who said I was even going to college or that was my plan or path I was supposed to follow? But it's just another cycle. And did I go to college? Yes. I went, I conquered university and obtained a bachelor's degree. Woohoo! Right? No, I'm sure you're thinking, like, what is this dude's deal? Like, why is he complaining? He had a good path. He went to college and finished, and don't get me wrong, it's an achievement in itself. But in my eyes, I wish I was on a different path. I was recently talking to one of my friends who was thinking of going back to school and how I believe he's on the best path possible in life right now, even if he disagrees with me. I'm not here to talk about him, but he was talking to me one night about how he was thinking about going back to school and what he wanted to do. And he said he was envious and jealous of me. The fact that I was able to finish college, I had completed something that I had set out to do. I got an apartment, I'm living on my own with my girlfriend, I have a job that I'm respected at. Like, yeah, what more could I ask for? But I said to my friend, buddy, if I were in your shoes right now, I would be so excited because you have the power to choose any path you want in life right now. Like, have you seen that, like, picture or graph where it has time, energy, and money? And as a kid, you have time and energy, but no money. As a young adult, you start to have money and energy, but slowly lose time. And then as you get old, you have time and money, but no energy. And I think based on my YouTube analytics right now, the age group, I think everybody is in that sweet spot and they have a balance of all three. And, in my opinion, like when I was this age, finishing high school, starting college, you were starting to get a balance of all three of those, resources. So yeah, looking back, I went straight from high school to college like everyone wanted me to. And before I even finished finals, for my last semester of college, I had already interviewed and accepted a big boy job. And yes, I hated it. It was awful. It took me 10 months to break away from that path to find something I'm passionate about and help motivate me to start making YouTube videos. Like, I was just following the path I thought I was supposed to follow or the path I was expected to follow, and it got me here. And I understand nowadays going to college and finishing college has gotten a lot tougher, and towards the end of my time at college, enrollment rates were at an all-time low. And like, I get it. Yeah, COVID changed a lot of things. It made it hard to finish school. A lot of people struggled and had a hard time, and a lot of people lost their jobs. Companies disappeared and went out of business. But the way I look at it is that there were a lot of people that took matter into their own hands and broke away from the path they were on to find the one they were meant to be on. Like, I'm sure you've seen so many people create a product, start a project or a business, and it all started how they were laid off and didn't have anything to do. And now they're just so successful and they're doing what they're meant to do. I know it's not the best example because it was tragic. It was a tragic time for a lot of people. But my point is that a lot of times the only person standing in your way is yourself. I wish the expectation was that not going to college is totally cool and more options were encouraged and supported in high school. Like, I don't know where my path is or what path I'm supposed to follow right now. I have no idea what my purpose is other than sitting down and making a YouTube video to try to talk to someone, But I truly do think that not having a plan is one of the best things that could ever happen to someone. And I'm sure, you're probably heard or you probably think it, kind of motivates you. It lights a fire underneath you to make progress. But in this example with my friend, he has all the time and energy to make a decision to do whatever he wants to do. The only person standing in the way is himself. And I'm envious of that. because now I have bills I gotta pay. I have a job I have to keep up and responsibilities that come with my position. And I'm just right now is not my time to move on. Maybe later down the road I will, but I gotta keep grinding it out for right now before I get there. Something I like to say is the world is your oyster. I believe it. Or like in the show Friends, there's a whole world of different ice cream flavors to try. You got Rocky Road, mint chip, cherry vanilla. So it's time to grab a spoon. I wished I grabbed a spoon sooner because I was always a go-getter and I thought I knew what I wanted because I knew what was expected of me, you know, straight from high school to college. Already had a major picked out, straight out of college to a big boy job, just like everyone told me to do, right? Like, I'm even envious of my brother. He's still got the same job he had in college, and it's a good job, but he still has it because he didn't know what he wanted to do. And I think that's totally awesome of being patient and building the time. And even look how popular being a YouTuber, content creator, streamer, influencer is now. How many kids growing up want to be one of those, you know? Like back when I was a kid, that was pretty much unheard of. It was silly. It was a fantasy. And when YouTube was at a prime, in my opinion, back in 2011, 2012, 2013, that's when I first hopped on the platform. There were so many creators that I would watch that helped, you know, pioneered and helped the platform, you know, help build the platform to what we have today. Like if you watched YouTube back then, you should be thanking those creators for helping give us everything we have now. My point is seriously, nowadays you can literally do anything you want. If there's something you enjoy, there is a market and a demand for it. It's just up to you to dream up an idea and find a way to bring it to people. And I honestly hope you get to go through life trying to find your right path. Learn what feels good and right, and that, you know, I hope you're successful. And please don't worry or get scared if it doesn't feel right. Just, I hope you take everything you learned and use it to help you get onto the next path. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to be here, and I hope this was something you needed to hear and you enjoyed it. So, seriously, thank you so much. I believe in you, and I hope you have a great day. Hey, what's up, future me? This is the audio track you want to go ahead and delete. Love you, bye!